Okay, welcome to section 9 of Attract Customers Now, and we are really on the home stretch, and we're going to learn all the good, juicy stuff right now. And on this session, you're going to learn how to drive targeted traffic to your website using some of my favorite techniques that are proven and tested. And so what we want to do is create content that drives traffic to your website, and then create a system that does that consistently using social proof and fan tested content. Now, you've learned the photo album stack that lives on your Facebook page. Now we're going to take those same photos and put them on your website for the photo of the day. So, two distinct systems. The photo stack lives on your Facebook page. The photo of the day lives on your website. And then we're going to do the article stack as well. And so the article stack would live on your website or blog, and I'll show you exactly what that is and how that works. And so what we're trying to do here is to drive fans who are qualified prospective customers. We want to drive qualified buyers better to your website. We want to build trust faster with those prospective customers. And the way that I have found a great way to do that, and the way we did this that drove traffic to our website, which we ultimately did $1.5 million in sales on, was to create a photo of the day page on your website. And what we do is create a photo album page on your website or blog and use the photos that you tested in your Facebook photo album stack. Now, what exactly do I mean by that? So in your photo album stack, if you've been doing your photo album stack for a little while, the photos that have gone most viral are the ones that tested the best. So if you do 9 photos a day and the 1 or 2 that spread virally, those are the ones that you want to use. We're going to put those photos on your website and those photos on your blog. And because we've already tested it, we know that they're viral. When you put those photos on your blog and then subsequently put a link back to your Facebook page, we've already tested that those photos get lots of clicks. So we know which ones are the right ones to use. So you want to use the photos that have gotten the most likes on your page. So here's an example of our website, CostaRicaYoga.org. And we chose to do the photo album stack, and because we're a yoga site, instead of calling it the photo of the day, we called it the pose of the day. And so, for example, if you're a nutritionist and you're teaching people how to eat healthy, you might want to do meal of the day or recipe of the day, or something that's aligned with what your customers want. And this is how we're going to filter the customers from the likes on your Facebook page, by giving them content that they want on your website. So in our case, it was the pose of the day, so yoga poses that we posted on our Costa Rica yoga site. And one thing that I want to pull your attention to here is you see that there's a lot of photos on there. Now, those were photos that we tested on our photo album stack, but one thing that stands out, or may not stand out, but I want it to stand out to you, is that there is only one like button on this page. And here's one of the biggest mistakes that most people make when they're putting content on their website and they are adding the Facebook like buttons. They add one like button for every single photo. Do not do that. Instead, add one like button for the whole album. On this album, we can post as many photos as we want, but we just do one like button. In fact, we add new photos on a regular basis on our photo album stack, but we never change the like button. The like button always stays. So that's how we can get the cumulative effect of this like button. That's how we can get 9,300 likes on our photo album. And if you go to most websites and you see their photos, each photo might have 1 or 2 or 0 likes. And so that's social proof working against you. In order to get social proof working for you, use that one like button for your page. And how do you do that? So you get the like button code from Facebook. So if you want to create a new page on your website just for your photos and the code to your Facebook page, you use this URL. So this is the URL. Now you can give this URL to your website developer. They'll know what to do with it, but this is where they get it. It's developers.facebook.com. And it's the docs, references, plugins, likes. Now don't let that scare you or overwhelm you. Again, give it to your website developer. They'll know what to do with it. And so I'm going to go live here and show you an example, but when you get the like button code, step one is you want to go to this Facebook page and you want to put the web address that you want to get the like button for. And so when you go to Facebook and do this, all you do is you copy the web URL that you want the Facebook like button to be on, and you paste it right here in the Facebook page. And remember, you only need one of these for your website. And what's going to happen here is the code is going to pop up. You give that to your developer, and they're going to copy and paste that right into your website or blog, and boom, you've got a Facebook like button. So we're going to do a very short demonstration here and show you how easy this is. So if I go to my website, and this is my Costa Rica wellness website, let's just go to the Costa Rica yoga website for a moment here. So we're going to go to costaricayoga.org, and I'm going to show you where we have our pose of the day. And so this is the URL that I'm going to copy and paste into Facebook. And you can see there's 9,200 likes on the pose of the day. And so now I'm just going to go to the Facebook page. So I'm going to get that, that document there. So sorry, one second here. I'm going to take this link. So all I do is take this link, and this is the Facebook page that we're going to right now. So we're going to go here. So this is the plugin that we're interested in, and so we're going to get the like button from Facebook. So all we want to do here is the URL to like is this URL. So I'm going to copy and paste, and then all I need to do from there is click Get Code, and that's the code that your developer needs. That's it. It's that simple. That's all that you do. So if you don't want to do this yourself, if that's a little beyond you from a programming standpoint, then just give these instructions to your web developer and they'll be moving on from there. So now let's go back to this. So remember, only one like button to build the cumulative likes. Every time when you do the pose of the day, you're then going to take that URL and you're going to paste it on your Facebook page. And what's going to happen is it's going to come up with a thumbnail. So with that thumbnail, you can see in this photo, we have 21 thumbnails to choose from, because on that particular page there's 21 photos. Well, this is great because now once a day for 21 days I can keep posting this and I can keep choosing a different thumbnail. Now the way that we do it is, since we have 21 photos up here, we just keep rotating the photos every 21 days. So what we find is that 21 photos is enough that people don't get used to seeing them. There's so many photos that it seems new every single day and every single time they see them. And that drives a tremendous amount of traffic to our website. So you want to make sure to have your developer make sure that Facebook pulls in the thumbnails from the URL. A lot of times I find the very first time people try this, they post the link and no URL comes up. And if that happens, you just need to tell your developer to fix it so that the thumbnails do come up. So let's do, and you want to make sure, so here's an example, here's another one of the URLs, of the thumbnails, and we can choose whichever one we want. So let's do another quick demonstration. We'll go live and show you how this works. And so this is the critical part of this. If we go back to our yoga page, so let's just go to our yoga page here. So we're going to go to yoga. Oops, there's our yoga page. We're going to pull that up. And so what I want to do now is on this pose of the day, I'm going to copy this URL and I'm going to paste it right here on what we're sharing. We're going to share what's going on. So I'm going to go right there, and what it's going to do is it's going to go grab the thumbnails. Now in this case, on this particular one, it only grabbed 3, and that's okay, but I could choose 1, 2, or 3 of those thumbnails. Beyond that, what you had learned in the past, you want to add the 3-step viral post formula. So we've got the URL. We would want to paste a great quote, which again I get from goodreads.com. We would post a great quote right there, and then beyond that you would want to tag your page. So I would tag myself by typing in @yoga. So we tag our page there, and then we would say insert here. In fact, let's just go get a great quote because this only takes a second. We're going to go to Goodreads, goodreads.com, and our tribe really likes the quote from the 13th century poet named Rumi. So I'm just going to type in Rumi here. So here's Rumi. We'll do a little search and find a good quote from Rumi. And let's just take the first one. This is great. All right, and now we're just going to post that here, and that's it. So now we've got our link to the URL. I'm going to click post, and now what's going to happen is all of the people who are on Facebook right now at this time, they're going to see the pose of the day, they're going to see the link, and if they click here, they're going to come right to my website, and they're going to have an opportunity to browse around, to enter in their name and email address, and that's where I will have the opportunity to begin to build the relationship with them. Okay, so that's one terrific free way to drive targeted traffic to your website. So now let's go back and continue on. So you also want to make sure to write posts that get your customers to take action. So what I see a lot of people, a mistake that I see a lot of people make on Facebook is they just post something that they're doing today. On my way to the market, or heading out to see a movie, or what is everybody doing right now? And what we find is that a lot of times, you know, unless maybe you're a very famous person, you're not going to get a lot of response out of that. So what you want to do is all of your posts, it must be for your customers. Asking your customers to write on your wall in response to a compelling question, opinion, or poll, that can help create action and increase the virality of your page. And what we're doing here when we do that is called newsfeed optimization. And with the newsfeed optimization, what's important to understand is when you do a post, not all of your fans will see that post. And so what we want to try to do is to optimize the post and to help with getting more likes, more shares, and more comments. The more likes, shares, and comments you get, the more people will see your post, which is why we do the photo album stack, because in the photo album stack, you will have a cumulative number of likes, shares, and comments. Well, Facebook's edge rank will determine how many people will see your post, and their algorithm edge rank is the thing that's going to be that's going to determine how many people are going to see your page. So see your posts. So we want to optimize the post by asking great questions. We want to optimize the post with the photo album stack. Now, so when you do your post, you want to add a caption to help improve your positive valence and increase the emotional charge. So we learned about valence and integral effect in our last presentation. And then you want to add a call to action for people to click on the link. So here's an example. This is a page called Puppies, and this one's funny. So do you know why this dog is riding this dolphin? Click to know and see more options. So this is it's a clip from a movie, and what I thought was really dramatic about it is check out how many people liked this one. 10,834 people liked it. It got 191 comments and 654 shares. So clearly this was targeted towards the right audience. And I don't know how many clicks they got on that link for free, but I would bet it was in the many thousands. And so that's part of the power of Facebook, is that you're going to be able to market to all of your fans for free by adding questions and having compelling photos that add value to your clients and customers. So we're going to do an exercise right now. And the exercise is to take the first step of creating a photo of the day page on your website. And one of the easiest ways to start this is by looking at the photos that got the most likes from the photo album stack. Now, depending on what it is that you do, you want to make sure that those photos are in alignment with what your customers are seeking. And if you are a health practitioner and you find that there were specific photos of food or recipes that got the most likes, those are the photos that you're going to want to use on your photo of the day page. So first off is go back to your photo stack and look through the photos that got the most likes. Now, one thing to keep in mind, if you're like me, I have 900 photos on my photo album stack. So you don't need to go through every last photo. But what I like to do is I like to scroll down on my Facebook wall and find the photos that had gotten the most likes and save those particular photos in a separate album on my computer. And I would call that album the photo of the day page, or in our case, because we market yoga retreats in Costa Rica, it's the pose of the day. So you want to find the photos that got the most likes on your page and use that to start your photo album stack that's going to live on your website. Part two, where will your famous captions and quotes come from? Well, it's really easy to go to goodreads.com and find quotes, but what you want to do is find which authors, who are those famous authors that are really going to resonate with your community. As you saw, our community resonates with the 13th century poet Rumi. It pretty much doesn't matter what Rumi wrote. When I post that on our wall, it goes crazy. It gets a ton of viral action. And then finally, what questions can you pose that are going to motivate your customers to take action? So again, for example, going back to if you're a health practitioner and you give healthy diet advice, you could ask questions like, what vegan recipe would you most like to see? Or here's a vegan recipe, and it happened to be a photo that got the most likes on your photo album stack. Here's a vegan recipe, and what is preventing you from becoming vegan? Those would be some great examples of some questions that you could pose that could motivate your customers to take some action. So go ahead and take a minute right now. Let's do this exercise. So go back to your Facebook page and look through your photo album stack, and then figure out what authors are going to be the authors that are going to work best for your tribe and your community. And I will see you in section 10, where you're going to learn how to turn fans into customers with content marketing.